After the gym yesterday, I saw a group of guys. Friday night, people were out partying. And this group was very different from the others because it had one member who was visibly a lot worse off. He was skinnier, badly clothed, and mentally worse off as well. And he was kind of fake fighting and clowning around with his peers. And there were some girls there as well. And as I saw that, I remembered earlier in my high school days where we had like clowns, class clowns as they call it. And what the clowns really want is attention. And they don't just want attention, they need attention. Because if they don't get it, they will not feel validated, they will feel bad. And in order to not feel bad, to feel good, they crave attention. That's why they act in such a way that makes them clowns. So the level one takeaway of this and the solution of this problem is don't act like a clown. Don't be a clown to get attention. There are other ways to get attention as well. But really, the real problem is the attention that you need. Because if you get attention to feel good, whenever you need to feel good, it will make you reliant on other people's and their reactions to you. So you will be easily controlled by anyone. Today's video is about how to feel good without external validation, without other people telling you, hey, good job, or haha, you're funny. Because there is a way to create the same feeling that you get from other people speaking highly of you or laughing at you from inside. The easiest one for anyone to do is strenuous exercise. Strenuous means hard. Make sure it's hard. Your body will reward you for working out hard, for working hard in general. There is a thing called the runner's high. When the runners run long enough, they will get endorphins. It's a naturally occurring drug that you can just trick your mind into giving to you. And it's actually healthy. So run or lift weights or do cardio exercises, doesn't matter. The point is make it hard and make it difficult so your body can reward you for it. This is the easiest as it doesn't really require too much discipline. The only part of the discipline that's required is to, for example, go on YouTube and choose a high intensity interval training workouts. They're very good for this specific task because you will feel good. They're all usually very challenging and sweaty. Another way to solve this problem is by journaling. And not just any journaling, introspective journaling. There is a very simple method to start off doing your journals if you don't know how to start a journal. There is a thing called the wheel of emotions. And within that wheel, you get all the main emotions and some side emotions and other emotions that are less descriptive of usual feelings and more specific. Pick an emotion from that wheel and start writing the reason that you feel that way. And you don't have to know why, but you have to have some ideas of why. For example, I'm feeling anxious, or why I'm feeling depressed, or why I'm feeling amazing. Once you start writing, set a timer for about 20 to 30 minutes. And don't stop writing, just keep writing, no matter how bullshit it is that you're writing down, whatever. It doesn't really matter. The point is, journaling down your thoughts is like telling your thoughts to somebody else. It has the same effect of giving you peace of mind. And that way you will feel a lot better and it will feel similar to being validated by someone. And a good way to actually use this journal for productivity, after you finished your 20 to 30 minute journal, the time is up, the timer's gone off, you can make a plan on whatever you have to do for the rest of the day. And that way you will also gain more insight of what you have to do and more productivity just in general, because you will be in tune of your feelings. And also you will be able to change whatever you write down. So if you write down a plan and there is a little mistake there, you can literally just change it and then remember it that way. The next way to feel amazing is use guided meditations. When I was earlier on my NoFap journey, I was around day 100. And especially when I started off during my first 90-day streaks, I used to listen to a specific gratitude meditation, gratefulness meditation, that is like a guided meditation. It was 20 minutes long. But the thing is, it's easier to meditate for 20 minutes when you're listening to a guided meditation, because the length of the meditation no longer matters. There is somebody literally guiding you and following you along on your journey. So a 20-minute meditation isn't actually that difficult to achieve like that. Now it's very different for mindfulness meditations and other meditations where you're the only one that's present. You don't have to really listen to any external things. So I recommend you to check that specific meditation out. I will leave a link in the description. And I'm not affiliated or anything. This is just something that I still to this day have on my phone to listen to. I found it had the best effect on me when I listened to it before going out, before going to wherever I had to be. And that way I felt an extra amount of bliss, and I felt really good for the rest of the day, basically, after listening to it. It gives you an amazing boost. Next thing that you can do in order to achieve this good feeling by yourself, instead of looking for external validation, is doing your shadow work. Shadow work is a more advanced technique that I recommend for people who are already listening to this video and they're like, all right, fine, I have done the journaling quite a bit, I am doing meditation every day, and I am exercising basically every day, multiple times a week, and I still feel like I need some validation from external sources, from other people, from my parents, for whatever. If you do your shadow work right, a part of you will completely change its behavior, because you have all this programming from your childhood that doesn't allow you to act the way you want. There are some blockers within your personality that actually want to help you and that have developed a coping mechanism, an emergency system that blocks you from doing stuff. For example, I had a situation where I was afraid to achieve stuff. I was afraid to just get on with stuff and work, because I was told by the system in my brain that it was wrong to do that, and I might get a negative outcome from that, as I've learned throughout my childhood. And so I had to kind of explain to that part of my personality that it is fine to take risks and go along with my own journey, because if I don't go along, it will have a much worse effect than if I go along, no matter how bad the outcome of my own risk will be. The worst case scenario is better than what I'm doing right now, basically. It's a life-changing exercise, shadow work. It takes about 1 hour, and I've done it while walking, and my brain felt dizzy, numb. I felt like tingling in my brain a lot. And I remember after doing the shadow work, looking around, because I was doing it while walking around at night at my neighborhood, and everything seemed very different. The houses, the trees, the lights, they were just so different, and everything looked better, and I felt a lot happier. But the real change came right as I got home. I was already on my journey. I was already on task. I was able to follow along and do the daily plan that I had set earlier. And ever since that day, to be honest, if I look at it, I have been a lot more productive. Even though it's been over a year since I've done this shadow work, it has helped me on the long term as well. So this is how you stop clowning, you stop looking for external validation, you give it to yourself. This is how you become independent from other people's behaviors. And if you follow these steps, you will not be able to be controlled as much, because other people's emotions, their state of mind will not really have an impact on your mood